Welcome to AIBC Summit YouTube channel where we cover all things blockchain and crypto. And joining me today is a very special guest. She is a woman who wears many hats. She's not only the founder and CEO of XCEL Crypto Partners, but she is also the founder and CEO of Fish Foundation Global Nation, which is a charity organization that provides support to people living in poverty around the world with clean water and a community currency. Roné de Beauvoir has produced and launched a very intriguing cryptocurrency token in the market that is worth all the support in the world that it could get. And this token caters specifically for the unbanked living in poverty in developing nations. And Rone is here with me today to discuss. Rone, pleasure to speak with you today. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys having me.
The
Thank
pleasure
you.
really is ours. I admire the very meaningful work that you do. But to give more context to our viewers, could you just take a moment to introduce yourself, maybe a little bit about your background of how you got into this space?
Okay, I start by saying I've lived in more than 40 countries around the world. Perhaps people would find that shocking, but I have lived all over Asia, Singapore, Malaysia, Japan, China, Taiwan, all over Africa, and I enjoyed it immensely. One of the things that I learned, Yanni, while I was living around the world, I was a speaker, as I am today. I would come off stage and I would frequently offer my services to people who were in poverty. I would find NGOs to help me to bring about a new joy, if you will, to people who were living in that country where I was speaking at that time. I'm what they would call a crypto enthusiast. I've been involved in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin since it began in, I think, 2009. I stopped for a while because I was doing a lot of development on my water projects. I have a kiosk, a water kiosk that literally produces water from the air. People think that's quite amazing, and it is, especially when you see it. There's no need to plug it into a wall or anything. It's like a regular kiosk. You just put in your water bucket, if you will, and voila, you have water that comes from the machine. So that's how I got started. I've been living all over the world, speaking on stage on various topics.
All right, amazing. You are truly sensational, Rone. Now, I wanted to refer to the term unbanked. Could you tell us who are those people living unbanked and what does this mean for financial inequality?
Okay, the unbanked are people living in poverty around the world. According to the World Bank, and I've also done the research, 1 billion people are living around the world who are unbanked. What does it mean to say that someone is unbanked? These are people who do not have a banking account. These are people who cannot get a bank account. These are people who are financially excluded because of how they live. Let's say the social economic status group is not where yours is or where mine is. So they are excluded and not allowed to have a bank account. In that 1 billion who are unbanked, no bank account, no checking, no savings, 480 million of them are also individuals who have mobile access. They have mobile phones, but they also have access to the internet. So I thought, if there are that many people with mobile phones, you wouldn't think somebody living in poverty would have a mobile phone, but they do. And they use them and depend on them daily, almost maybe more active than you or I. So I thought, wouldn't it be great, since cryptocurrency is really on the rise, especially a place like Malta, and I have my eyes set on Malta to do some great things with my token and other things. I thought it would be fantastic to empower people who are unbanked, living in poverty, with a token through a mobile phone and a cryptocurrency bank account through their phone. And voila, that is what I've done. And it it's literally exploding around the world because everybody's trying to get it. And now I have governments contacting me about how can we be a part of XCEL Crypto Unbanked.
Amazing, amazing. And with the advent of this blockchain technology, the Unbanked will have access to digital payments and remittances. And I believe your company does this exactly. Could you explain to us how your company has helped the Unbanked?
Yes, one of the things that we do, we offer small micro loans. The micro loans are done through a mobile phone system. The token that we have at XCEL Crypto Partners, it's called XCEL Unbanked. And it is a token that can be used to purchase products, services, and goods. Our token is also in an ATM machine that, along with other cryptocurrencies, can be purchased from that machine to actually not an actual token coin in the hand like a fiat currency, but through a digital mobile device, people can literally download and collect or purchase our token. So to be more specific, how is it helping the unbanked? Number one, 65 million women are unbanked. My company also works with women founders who are not only unbanked, some are banked, but women founders who cannot get loans, Yanni. So what we have done is created a platform where these people, as wonderful as they are, as genius as they are, living in poverty, living in huts, using dry red mud to call a home, to build a home. These are people who have mobile phones, the internet, access to the internet, that have access to our platform, that can trade, purchase, buy, store. They can even store their profits through their wallet, through our system. And by the way, I am so excited because I'll be speaking in Malta in November at one of the greatest summits there are out there. And I'm going to present my platform and how people in poverty are using it. And it's very exciting.
Well, we are truly grateful to be graced by your presence in November, Rone. And I've been saying token since, and I haven't really mentioned what it's called. What is the name of your token? Is it listed on the exchanges?
It will be listed on the exchanges very soon. In fact, quite a few of them. I will reveal that also at the Malta Summit. And I do not want to actually give the name away, although some of your viewers may be figuring it out.
We all are
But
keen to knowing more about it.
I am saving a lot of wonderful information for the summit in Malta because I really appreciate the organization working with us and showing such grace and favor towards us. So there are some exclusive announcements that I'm doing on stage in Malta. Hey.
Hey, one to look out for in November. We cannot wait, absolutely. And so, Ron, what are your future plans and goals for your token and the Unbanked?
One of the things that I want to do in the future is work closer with the World Bank Treasury. The World Bank Treasury has a loan that they offer, a massive loan that has started to take off with banks around the world, starting in Australia. And it is a blockchain bond where bonds can be sold and lifted, if you will, through blockchain technology. That is exciting. To be able to fund your business through blockchain bonds. They called it Bondi, and Rone is right in the middle of it.
And
Those are my future plans.
all right.
I plan to extend bonds via blockchain.
Fantastic. And Rone, I just wanted to bring you back to you mentioned earlier that the governments are reaching out for your services. Are there any plans in the works to collaborate with governments? And if so, who
Yes,
and what is the inspiration to do so?
I want to listen. Everybody knows who's in this genre that Malta, and I keep speaking about Malta because I'm getting such great support there. But everybody knows in this business that Malta is the fintech hub, the blockchain, the cryptocurrency hub. It was one of the leading countries, if not the leading country, in this genre of the cryptocurrency world. So, one of my plans for the future, not long future, but very near future, I would like to have XCEL crypto tokens, shall we say, as a digital currency available in that country. For example, the Marshall Islands, they recently created their own cryptocurrency. I think the symbol is SOV. So they're no longer solely dependent upon the US fiat dollar. They now have their own digital currency, and that is solely the currency they're using. The president of El Salvador now has Bitcoin as their, shall we say, sovereign token. That's where I'd like to go with our token. We're already working with many NGOs. Around the world. We're already working with different governments. I'm presenting what I call transformation of nations. We're transforming nations through digital currency and empowering those people in those countries who are in poverty to a better life.
All right, fantastic. Well, speaking of El Salvador, do you have any plans to leverage your token in the countries where Bitcoin has become the central currency?
Yes, yes. I think I would be nuts not to. This shows that these are governments and world leaders that not only appreciate and understand the extreme value of digital currencies, but it shows an openness and a willingness to expose their country and their citizens to where the future is headed. Now, I'm going to prophesy something here. I started saying about 3 years ago, I also offer courses to people, citizens around the world, the United States, the UK, wherever. I offer courses on Bitcoin, on cryptocurrency, helping people to understand it. Do you remember when in France, I'm French and American, and in France, I remember where I was precisely when the country changed over from French franc to euro. I remember the panic that a lot of French citizens had. I think where digital currency is going now, it is going to not only revolutionize the world, just like Jeff Bezos from Amazon did yesterday, going into space. And Elon Musk, I think, is next or whatever. But I believe that fiat currencies are on their way out. In the next, I would say by 2030, there will be no fiat currency. It will all be digitalized. Let me tell you why I believe that.
Why?
We're living in a global pandemic. And right now, you started seeing back in 2020, contactlessness, meaning you could still go to Burger King or your favorite restaurant curbside. And when you pay, many of these places will no longer take cash right now today because the virus can be passed along through dirty currency. This is the reason I believe that businesses and the private sector moving away from cash exchange to only taking your PayPal or through your phone or Apple Pay. Everything is going through your mobile phone. That revelation in my world was powerful enough to create our token and empower those living in poverty. The only way to get rid of poverty is to financially include those who have been left out. So by 2030, you're hearing it from me, I believe there will be no fiat currency. It will all be digital currency. And that's another reason, Yanni, that the Bondi through World Bank Treasury, where you can sell bonds through a blockchain, they're already doing it in Australia, is brilliant, in my opinion.
Well, thank you for the very bold statements, Rone. Brilliant insights again. Now, to close this off, Rone, what will be your message to the world at the AIBC Conference in November regarding your work?
My message is going to be touch, heal, and inspire. And that's my mantra. That's my business mantra. XCEL is spelled XCEL. I did that to coincide with the word accelerate. Allow me to say while I hold back my emotions, I am looking with the help of others, no man is an island, to accelerate the life of people in poverty, first through financial inclusion, because that in and of itself will empower people to educate their children, to give good, clean water to their children, to be able to feed their children, or to give their children money to go and buy candy or cookies or chips. My message will be, whenever you see my name, Roné de Beauvoir, whenever you see the name of my company, XCEL Crypto Partners, know this: we are touching, healing, empowering, and inspiring. That's my message. Touch, heal, and inspire.
Amazing, amazing, Rone. You have touched me right now, and I bet our viewers and listeners are touched just hearing you speak. You're very passionate, and we cannot wait to hear more from you. We're very excited, truly grateful to be graced by your presence. So thank you for sharing your passion, your vision, your insights with us today. The time that we have is truly not enough, and we look forward to catching up with you in November.
Thank you very much for having me, Yanni. All the best. I look forward to seeing you there.
And to you, Rone. And that is it for myself and Rone. Let us know how you found this segment. Drop us a comment on the comment box below, and we'll see you on the next one.